Welcome everybody. Nezzy's live. She's not dead, she's just passed out.
We need proof of life.
Nez? Nez?
I'll just do
Aww. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I think it's probably working, but please comment down below if you can hear us. That would be wonderful. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Oh, well, I can see us on the TV up there, so.
There we are.
I can't see that far though, my eyes are tired.
Okay. Everybody's saying
Yes,
hi.
perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
Howdy everybody, happy Easter. And yeah, happy Easter to everybody. Hi, Bubba's.
Yeah.
Hi.
So everybody's saying hi, John.
We've got some special guests today. We'll show you in a little bit. Some very special guests. We've got our regular special guest, then we've got an exceptional special guest. Somebody who's like as famous as it gets. Also known as Russell's doppelganger. AKA Juicy in the house.
made the trip.
He did. He made the trip to come join the live for the first time. So, yeah. So happy Easter to everybody. Yeah, we got lots of cool stuff happening in the shop. The first thing I'll share with you is if you're going to Joe Nall, I'll see you at Joe Nall. Going to Joe Nall myself. Me and David Jet Guy are going to be at Joe Nall. We fly there on Wednesday, so I think we'll be likely there all day Thursday and a little bit of Friday. But if you're at Joe Nall on Thursday, which is like, I don't know what day that is, May something, middle of May, whatever that is. I don't know what it is. I'll see you there. Come say hi, and probably be doing some videos and stuff. So see you at Nall. I'm really excited to be there. It's going to be a ton of fun. I've never been, so it'll be a very eye-opening experience for sure. Hey, how's it going, Juicy?
Just turn it on my phone.
Russell. F15 has begun. The first video came out today. Thank you to everybody who's watching the video, watched the video. It's been a very popular video today. Lots of views in the past 11 hours. It's, I think, about 6,000 views so far. It's pretty cool. So yeah, F15's begun. We'll do a quick behind the scenes of the F15. So today was video 1, and I can't remember where video 1 left off. What were we doing? Something with the nose gear or something like that. So anyways, gear's back in. Tanks are mounted, just starting on the back end, so a little bit's progressed since the video has come out today. What else? Oh, P47 unboxing, that is coming up soon. So we have a beautiful carved P47 over there. We'll take a look at. That came back with us from Tucson, and it's a beautiful scheme, very nice looking warbird. So it's not on the docket to get finished or started anytime soon. It's going to be probably later this year, and chances are we'll do the P47 and the Corsair around the same time. So we'll take a look at that as well too. And then also Artemis, the trailer. We've got lots of progress on Artemis. Video, I think we've only had one video come out on Artemis, the trailer. Yeah. And there's 2 more that are ready to upload to YouTube. So there's actually a ton of progress on the trailer, and we'll hop out there and take a look at that as well too. Juicy's bunk's all ready for him to sleep, so it's all good to go. Yeah. We've got a special LED for Juicy as well, so rainbow. Yeah. Chad was impressed by it.
And that's where he can ride too, is in the Juicy.
Yeah, you get to ride back there.
Ride in the trailer. Be nice and dark.
So that's basically it, guys. If you have any questions or comments during the live, shout out. We've got everybody kind of watching it on their phones, so we can monitor the comments. It's way easier to do that than trying to use the stupid camera. So
They're all complaining about the audio's a little scratchy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but
Okay, actually I can fix that. That's what I was kind of playing with a little bit. So let me just do a little bit of work here while we're going. Just give me 2 seconds. I was adjusting the audio because I thought it would help. So we'll go to 8. 8. So that should be possibly a little bit better now. Just adjusted the audio.
how's the audio, guys, now?
Low batteries. I don't really want to,
Well, actually, it's now stronger, so it wasn't as strong before, so.
yeah, maybe it's better now, so we'll see. Yeah, so let me know if the audio sounds better. There's just different gain settings on the audio, and it's really, when you're doing live like this, I have no idea what the gain settings are supposed to be, so. Yeah, so let's take a look at the projects that are in the queue that we have started on that we just talked about. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of a shakeathon here.
They're still saying it's choppy, but we don't want to be playing with the
You
sound
want to
all
turn
day.
your audio on your phone on and just see what it sounds like? Awesome. Woo, sorry guys about the shaky. So F15 is kind of skewed everywhere. You got bits and bytes and parts everywhere, so it has taken up lots of shop space right now. So where we have gotten to is, I think video 1 we had just finished the gear sorting out. So anyways, the landing gear is back in now. We have mounted the tanks, the main tanks in the aircraft. So that glue is still doing its thing. And we're starting on the back end. So sorry guys about the audio. Stacy just had his phone on and it sounded like it was fine on his phone. So hopefully.
It's still crackling.
Is it? Ugh. Well, I don't really want to unplug this, but that might be our only option. Let me try one more thing. I'm going to turn you around so you're not staring at me sideways. You can stare at Juicy there. Let's try this.
Okay.
Where are we?
Didn't the old classic unplug it and plug it back in again?
Well, no, I'm just adjusting the gains a little bit. Now it's at 8 and 8. So
Okay, well, we'll see what it is.
awesome. So maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, so F15 going really well so far. Nothing really major. Lots of details. I'm trying to cover as much detail as possible. One of the struggles with the 15 is there's no manual, right? So it's basically, comes with experience, but you're just kind of figuring things out. So I just started on the vertical stab, and that's pretty much it. Got the plan laid out for everything. We've got our tail cones, turkey feathers all painted, ready for our afterburner lights to go in. So that is the 15. The nice thing about this 15 is there's tons of space, which is not very common with 15s. 15s, the smaller 15s are brutal. There's so much stuff to jam into a small area. So this one is awesome. We're going to have the compressor sitting there, air tank sitting here, batteries and everything in the front, but that's the only equipment that's going in the nose. And then
We got a chapel.
in this section right here, basically all of our stuff is going right in that center section. So air valves and stuff here, primary receiver and central box and everything there. The UATs will be right there. We'll have our hubs for the turbines right here. Fuel pumps probably down in this area. So all the stuff will be in that center section, which is going to be wonderful. The turbines are also quite skewed to the back, right? So the turbines are sitting right in this area here. So, but it's such a big plane that the pipes are actually still quite long. But that is the 15, and she's looking awesome. On the next video, video number 2, had some huge struggles with the air cylinders on this guy. So that's lots of struggles, lots of stuff. to deal with those air cylinders. We got them all solved and everything. So even though this plane is quite simple in the grand scheme of things, there's actually a lot of intricacies and a lot of little things that pop up. So anyways, guys, that's the 15 P47. Ooh, baby. She is gorgeous. So unboxing video coming out soon. This tape's here just because I've hit my head on this one time already and it didn't feel very good. So that's just my little marker. But yeah, Carf did a great job on this plane. All pre-painted, pre-weathered and everything. Looks beautiful. They did a stellar job on this aircraft. So really looking forward to this guy and the my Corsair as well. So that is the P47. What else do we got?
Well, Joseph says, you know what would be cool with the XXL F15?
What?
He didn't say yet.
Well,
Cockpit.
huh?
Joe's cockpit.
Keeping us, no, Joseph Stanley, keeping us in the dark.
Well, come on, Joseph, answer us.
Let's see, I'm just going through the comments, guys.
You have to tell him about your luck with the Dremel.
How's the audio now? Is it better? Comment down below. Is it better? Is the audio better?
He said, just
Oh,
Joseph
on the
says-
real intakes, yeah, the F15 intakes move up and down. I'm not doing that. I think there's a guy doing it right now on YouTube. Audio's better, perfect.
Good.
Oh, now somebody's saying no.
RC flag.
Check your own connection. All right, guys, let's go take a look at Artemis. Artemis is looking awesome. So, I'm just going to open up the door here so we get some signal. So Artemis is looking wonderful. The next two videos will be a lot of stuff. So we got the front portion figured out. The bunks are figured out. Also airplane storage. So we've got 2-meter planes like the Rebel Classic, the Picaro, the BDXS, the Atom. They all fit on these bunks. So the vertical stab stays on and there's tons of room there and also doubles as a little napping spot. So anyways, that is the front bunks. We've got our cabinets installed. All the painting is done. All the trim pieces are back on. My other trailer is gone. So that's why we've got all that stuff in the back there. That's all from the other trailer. Most of the electrical is done. So we've got our plugins here over by the workbench. We've got the underlight there. Our other lights are up. We've got our plugs up here. Plug over there. The other plugs which are going down this side, I'm gonna run those when the actual shelf is built. So it will be better to do that at that point so we get them at the right height. And there, Ward, you're disturbing the
ambiance.
Look at that belly. Very nice, Ward. Wow. There's the shot from the back here. So looks awesome. Really happy with it. It's turning out really nice. The front bunks are way better than I thought they would be. And the last thing to do with the bunks is doors. So I'm going to have 4 doors. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And they kind of flip up and lock in place and cover everything up. So that's the updates on Artemis. Thank you very much, Jay.
And RC Fire says the trailer is looking really good, Jonathan.
You betcha. So very happy with it. I think there's going to be a ton more storage. Thanks guys for watching the trailer videos as well too. It's I enjoy it. I enjoy constructing stuff in general. So it's always fun to see and work on that stuff. I enjoy it a ton. So I almost enjoy it as much as building airplanes. What? Oh.
Looking Skymaster website.
Nice. So that is everything updated. We have a nice 14 that's sitting right there. That'll be coming soon. that, guys.
They're already arguing about who gets the top bunk and who gets the bottom bunk.
Oops. There we go. Perfect. So that is all of the updates. There we go. Bentley, what's up? How are you? Joseph said, will the Corsair have foldable wings like the actual plane? No. So this Corsair kit does not have the foldable wings. If you do have that feature, it's definitely very cool, but it adds about 8-ish pounds to the weight of the plane. And a few people that I know that own both, or one of them, prefer the non-folding version. So the P47, that's a Carf P47 that has a Moki. Jay, you're watching WrestleMania at the same time. Very cool. Double tasking. Well done. So, that's all I got for you.
Tell them the luck you got.
Yeah. Let me turn you around.
You have to tell them that. That was pure fluke.
Flip you down. There we go. So, the F15, the way this works is you've got this shaft that comes up. You've got this arm. It's just like the SU. You've got this arm that comes down, and this arm at the bottom interlocks with the servo that has the little pin that comes up. So when I took this all apart, pulled the actual rudder surface off, there was no marks or anything here, no holes, no nothing. So there's no instructions for this aircraft either. So I was kind of figuring it out, spent a bunch of time flipping things around, and then just figured, well, I'm going to have this shaft pointing downwards because that made the most amount of sense. So I centered my line with a Sharpie mark there and just took my Dremel and started doing the channel. My battery died on my Dremel just as I got that much done. And that actually worked out perfect because as soon as my battery died, I looked in there and thought, oh, wait a sec, there's already fiberglass receiver pieces that are designed exactly for that. So that's exactly what we needed to do, just put a little hole right there, and everything now is lined up perfectly, and that shaft is supposed to go at an upward angle, not a downward angle, because it's just the way it's designed. So that is incorrect. So that all got sorted out, which is good. We still have to do a little bit of cutting here to allow this pin that comes out to actually do its thing, because it sits about there. So it's got to have a little cutout there so it actually is able to move. But this gets installed through the bottom like that. So cool setup, works really well. There's zero play in this and the receiver portion in there, so it's going to be a great system. And just before we started the live, I had put the servo together here. And so this is what the servo looks like. And this receiver portion comes like this. So that's what it looks like when the rudder or the vertical stab is installed, just like that. So straightforward, simple, works well, and I'm glad we found that little hole first.
Okay. Jay, he says he has a 1/7 scale F-18 set up for ducted fans. Do you think it would be too difficult to convert to turbine? It's full fiberglass.
The problem with switching planes like that to turbine aircraft is you should really do more reinforcement to the aircraft, which adds weight. And then that small F-18, the 1/8 scale one, it is a very small aircraft. You need asphalt to fly that. If you fly any F-18 off of grass, you're going to be sucking a ton of grass in. So those are some of the critical things. It obviously can be done, but you need to make sure that you reinforce the areas that need to be reinforced. And also you will have to try and find location for fuel, right? That's one of the big issues as well too, to have enough fuel on board. You know, when you're dealing with a small scale aircraft, that has never been designed to have fuel tanks fit in there. You might find that to be a very big struggle, but obviously it's possible.
Okay, and having two monitors helps too. Bentley says his dad had a Robert P47 with a die 22 and big 4-blade, which is cool.
Nice.
And Jeremy asks, is the Corsair getting painted with the Marine or Navy markings?
I actually haven't figured that out yet. Seeing the P47 with the silver scheme really makes me question whether I want to go with something darker or go with something lighter. There's really not, as far as my quick research, there's not any like full silver Corsair schemes. There was one. Well, actually, there was two that I found. So the first one was the very first Corsair that they did the flight on before they actually started producing them. And that Corsair had a silver body with yellow wings. It's actually pretty cool looking because it's like that plane was painted that way, designed, it did one flight, and then they produced the actual Corsair. And then there was another one, I forget the name they put on it. That was a full silver Corsair with a couple Navy markings. That did one flight, and then they did the dark blue scheme over top of that. So it was kind of just a fun thing for the aircraft guys. So initially, the one that I was thinking about had kind of the dark blue on top, a little bit lighter blue on the belly, and then the underside was like white, I think. So there's a few different schemes I'm looking at. I haven't decided on that yet. That's my big holdup. Is ordering the nomenclature and paint stencil kit for it. So we pretty much have everything else in stock ready to go for it. So
yeah, for everybody who's complaining about the words are backwards, when you have your phone on, basically, what would you call that?
like
Reversed.
when my logo is backwards?
Yeah, everything's backwards because you have it on.
Well,
reverse.
yeah. So right now I'm looking at the screen. Right, so I'm seeing you, I'm seeing the picture in my screen. If we go like this and look at Juicy, what's up? Now he's not backwards.
Yeah, it's when you're doing this selfies, might say.
Yeah, selfie mode, that's
Selfie
right.
mode, yeah. That you get it reversed. They haven't got that technology yet.
Trying to hide? See, if you go like this, I'm not backwards. But if you go like this, oh, wrong button. Ready? Oh, backwards. I think it's backwards.
Yeah.
Just wait. You got delayed up there. We're watching it on
Yeah,
TV.
see, the
right
words
now.
are all backwards. So when you're on selfie
Oh, there.
mode.
See, backwards.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's okay. My logo is just not poorly backwards
Yeah.
on the wall.
Jeremy Preston says the Royal Navy actually flew the Corsair during the war as well. So you can probably maybe think about that. Royal Navy cars.
What's that scheme though?
Yeah, you have to send us some pictures of that scheme. Of
Yeah.
the Royal Navy.
It's, I mean, the one thing I don't want is I don't want the standard Corsair blue, all dark blue, not into that. I want some variation on it. Not really for visibility, more for just, I like having planes that are different, so.
The Royal Navy
Got a picture
colors?
of it? See? Oh yeah, that's cool.
Show that to the guys.
Royal Navy Corsair. Yeah, that one's kind of neat. Neat variation.
Oh yeah, that is awesome.
Got a lot of silver.
There's actually quite a few different ones.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
Lots of options.
The rainbow.
Oh, that's cool. Cypher's paint scheme on the F4U Corsair. Is that a real thing or that's like a video game thing? Huh. That's pretty badass looking. That looks like a race plane.
Like a racer?
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
Ooh, Chad gave me something new to think about.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You should send me a screenshot of that or a link to that, please.
Is there a belly?
Yeah.
Might be some black details on the belly.
It's really sharp.
That does look really sharp. Except all the classic Corsair guys might be mad.
It's like a silver with. Oh yeah, that looks really good the way it comes out the wing.
Yeah.
Now, was that an actual or just a made-up one? Color scheme?
No, it's whatever you want it to be.
Oh, I know, it can be, but is it I like the Royal Navy one because that was actually what they did.
That would be very visible in the sky.
You got more pictures?
No,
Just that one?
that's better.
Yeah, that must be a CGI thing or a computer screen. But that's pretty stinking cool.
Closer. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's to say it could. If it's a CGI, you're like, yeah, okay, yes, it looks sharp. It does. It looks awesome. But if you want to keep it as historical,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
but it is, yeah.
It's just a paint job. You can change it,
Yeah, exactly.
but that would save time on.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. So Juicy, welcome to your first live.
Hey, again.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh my God! Maybe I do it.
Nico McIntosh said should do the Reno Racer Corsair Racer 43.
Was that a thing?
Yeah, he thinks that it was red and white.
Huh.
And RC Flyer says U.S. Navy veteran here, so he likes the U.S. Navy scheme for the Corsair.
There's a Marine one.
Of course.
Hey, Jonathan? There's a Marine one. It's light gray.
Oh yeah, that's neat. That's cool too. Huh.
Just gonna have to put it all there and let everybody vote on it?
I don't know.
No.
I like that
RC
one,
Flyer
too.
says hi, Stacy.
Picture that one too.
Yeah.
Who said that?
RC Flyer, 1992.
Hi.
So many schemes. That's the problem.
Oh, it's tough.
It's like
Let's see that one you just showed.
if you get an F15, like there's like 12 schemes, right?
Yeah. But you just have to decide which way you want to go. Do you want to go to
There's a guy
historical?
in the States
Or
Yeah,
you
I
don't
know.
care, just do what you want to do.
with the blue wing. Yeah.
You could even paint it right beside of RC colors.
No. That I wouldn't do. That's what BDXs are for.
And Venom wants to know if anyone mentioned the new F14.
The new F14, I don't know about the new F14, but
Other effort.
yeah, we did do the XXL last year.
Oh, hi, Jay. Yeah, Jay is RC Flyer. No, I don't know about the new F14 at all.
Hi, Nez. It's going to be a very busy 2 months now, up until
Oh, he's talking about the new one you have in the shop.
oh, the new F14 over there. Yeah, that new F14. So that's the smaller version. That F14 is yeah. So it's the same as the one we did 3 years ago now. So the smaller F14, it's going to have like twin. What did we get for it? 190s is what we're going to put in there. But beautiful aircraft. It's going to be awesome. We just got all the parts in stock as well too for it. So it's pretty much ready to go. I don't think we're waiting on anything else at this point. So
I think he also wants to know, are you going to have a video on it?
yes, we are going to do a video on the smaller F14 as well. Ooh.
Well, that's cool too.
That's really cool.
Reno Racer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would go good with mine.
Dang, that would be.
That would be.
That's cool.
And you like red.
I do. That is
Wow.
pretty
It's red
stinking
and
cool.
white, like the Canadian flag.
Oh man, you
That would go
guys.
good with my P51.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sick. That's up there in the running, that's for
I
sure.
also have a blue one too.
I like that red. That does it for me.
He's always liked red.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
There's the 74.
Oh, that one's nice too. The red one's,
See that? Oh yeah, I like the red one better.
yeah. Huh.
Gary S. says, that's
Blue
cool.
one, blue.
He likes that one too.
Looks like it fits the blue one a little bit.
Yeah,
They're just Reno schemes.
that's pretty cool. I like that. Very nice. Very nice. Can't stop staring at yourself on the TV, eh?
Yeah, it's going back and forth. It's like a swivel.
And we just got Chad's legs
Once
in
you
there.
do it long enough, you kind of get used to it. So
Yeah. It's odd.
now you're out there on the interweb.
Oh my god, forever.
Yeah.
All the girls are going to be dreaming of you.
And it's delayed too, which is the funny part, right?
Too funny. It's kind of weird.
It is weird. Awesome. Well, if you guys have any other questions, ask away.
Yep.
Half hour to go.
Half hour to
Yeah.
go.
Sheldon said, have you considered making videos, not shorts, for tip time?
That's the one I know.
type
I
of
have.
stuff,
That's the one I was trying to
so that we can search for them.
That's
Yeah, that's the new one. I don't know. That's not really my cup of tea. The new Carf one, but with the bright green lines on it.
yeah.
I have thought about doing some tip time things. The problem is, well, yeah,
Time?
I guess it's sort of time, but it's also popularity too. Like so the way I do shorts now is I use a program called, what do I use? I think it's called Opus Clips. And I take my videos, so like our regular video content, upload it to Opus Clips. It spits out, it costs money, but it spits out like 40 shorts. And I go through all the shorts or a bunch of them because it gives you ratings on them as well too. So like it'll give you like 99%, 98%, and it kind of goes down the list. And then I just pick from there and upload those to the various social network platforms. So that's really simple because I can get like 2 weeks worth of shorts done in about an hour. If I start having to edit my shorts and do things like that, it adds a bit of complexity that I'm not really interested in. But I understand the desire to be able to search the tip times because
Yeah, 'cause
there's valuable
he
information.
puts in like how to mount a motor in 2M Picaro, use jetty box, etc. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
That's Billy there.
Yeah. Jeremy.
That's work to do.
Okay, Jeremy
You
said this.
missed Ward in the trailer. You need to go back and watch this.
I better watch it later.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Ward?
Okay, let me just find here. Jeremy asked, does anyone make the F104 model kit?
The F104, yes. So the F104 is Skymaster does one, Airworld does one, does two of them. There was a couple of them that we saw at Jet Power last year, one of them being Airworld. I don't know of the other companies that do them, but it's not a very popular kit, but there are a few manufacturers out there that do it. Skymaster one, I've never seen one of theirs in person, but yeah, they do make one as well. So,
Oh, F101.
oh, F101?
Yes, sorry. That's my mistake. I read it wrong.
Yeah, F101, I don't even know what that is, so I can't even tell you whether somebody
think
makes
it's
it or
the-
not.
I think it was called the Starfighter, I think it was. It's been a long time. I have to look through all that. RC Fryer says Gene Ackers flew the red Corsair, number 54.
Cool.
And Joseph says you should do a poll for the Corsair livery.
That's a good idea. Yeah, let's plan on that. So I'll come up with my top choices. But the only problem is I don't know if I want to leave it up to everybody else to decide. I think I just want to decide by myself.
I'll say do it yourself. Pick what you want. It's your toy.
True. True.
Venom says, tip time. I don't watch shorts. Sorry. The Voodoo. That's what the 101. The F101 is the Voodoo.
F-111?
Yeah, Canada. 101. It's basically a missile with poppy little wings out there.
That's the 104.
Find Voodoo. Canada flew them. Canadian Air Force.
That's the 104.
No, the Voodoo.
Oh.
F-101?
Yeah, 101 referred to as the Voodoo.
Yeah.
Anything pop up? No, that's kind of weird. It looks like an F4. And it looks like the intakes of an F100, the tail of an F4. No, so nobody makes that kit. It's there's some weird kits like that a lot of people would really want to see, but the problem is popularity, right? For a manufacturer to make molds for a kit like that, it's going to cost them a crap load of money and time, and they have to be able to sell a ton of kits afterwards to make up their money. So economically, it just doesn't make sense for a manufacturer to make a plane like that that's not very popular. That's the problem. So yeah, it's kind of like the Carf Tudor. The Tudor was pretty popular back 10 years ago, but it really lost its luster. Not many people bought it, and there's no point in them redoing the molds when the molds had expired. So yeah, when it comes down to economics, I understand why we don't have access to every single model kit that's out there or full-scale plane that's out there.
Yeah. Like say, the 104 was never in the Canadian
Did you
Air
see your
Force.
back?
Oh, I got the perfect one. Coca-Cola scheme.
Yeah. Could put a polar bear pilot inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joe sent that to me. That's actually kind of cool too.
The Red Bull does the Corsair too, don't
Do
they?
they? But it's all polished, isn't it?
Oh, is it like chrome?
Yeah.
Oh,
Could be a pain in the butt to see in the air.
yeah. Could you imagine reflecting everything? Like, oh my gosh, the sun. Well, it's okay, buddy. You're okay. Sorry, I scared you. Awesome. Any other questions, comments?
Red Bull Corsair is blue.
What?
Sheldon says the Red Bull Corsair is blue.
Oh, so it's like their normal Red Bull color scheme.
The P38 is aluminum polished. That's from Sheldon too.
They have a Red Bull P38?
They must.
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
And Jeremy Preston says
Yeah.
Canada flew a few squadrons of CF-104s, of the F-104s,
Yeah.
but they flew them in Germany, not in Canada. It was the 101 that they were still a terrible plane to fly. Had to scrape up a lot of pilots off the ground.
Which one?
The 104. Basically, it was just a missile with wings, and it just
That was Canadian, wasn't it? Didn't we have a whole bunch of them?
We had some of them. Yeah.
Canada Air.
Yeah, they don't have a wing.
No, they don't. Although the ones we saw fly at jet power were pretty awesome. The one that had lots of power was awesome.
Yes.
The smaller one that was underpowered was not good.
Oh, Canada didn't have those.
What?
We didn't have those in Canada.
What?
Yeah, 104s, yeah.
Yep. Starfighters. The
There's
Widowmakers.
a few on stands in the province, right?
That was all back before I was born.
Yeah,
but
back in the old days, like my dad referred to them as the Widowmakers.
Not, for juicy, but. Yeah, well, I gotta roll that Rolodex back along with the calendar. That was a Rolodex.
Okay.
pull
DK62.
out his pager and his fax machine.
Jonathan, DK62. He says, when you order from Skymaster, what is the average wait time from the factory?
Good question. So with Skymaster, usually we're waiting 16 weeks is kind of the norm. So we just ordered an A10, I think that was probably 2-ish months ago. So 16 weeks is like 4 months. So from order time, deposit time to out of production is 16 weeks, so 4 months. Then it takes 30 days to come over on the boat-ish. And then it takes about another 2 weeks to get to Doug at Jets North Jets. And then it takes another 2 weeks to get to me. So it's basically a 6-month process. So that's part of the reason why there's value in planes that are made by us, by reputable builders that are ready to fly. Some of these planes that get shipped to their owners or end up with their owners, there's already people that are waiting to purchase them when the owner is done with them or ready to sell them. And a lot of that comes down to the wait time. You know, when you want to order a plane, it's nice to have it tomorrow, not have to wait 6 months to get it, and then however long it takes you or somebody else to put it together. How is that? Is that a good politically correct, neutral answer?
Yeah, that's right on that line. Right on that line. Venom's 1975 says, ever had an order to build a massive cargo plane like a Skylifter?
Nope.
Yeah, we don't do don't do
No.
those.
No, it's the last kit that I did was a PC6.
She said it wasn't smiling. So
Hey, you're looking all creepy,
creeping.
Uncle. Oh, you should tell juicy stories now that you're here. No, the last kit build we did was was it a PC6? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
That was kind of right around when the channel started in the first year, and it's fine, but really not my cup of tea. The last project like that we did was the Super Bandit, going back a year ago, and that was a ton of work. Like 150 hours for the build, paint by somebody else, and then it came back and it was another 100-ish hours to put it together. It was a lot. So what I do flows around content for you guys. So if we have a project that's kind of boring and takes a long time, number one, it distracts me and I really don't enjoy it. And number two, I feel like it's not great content for the channel. So that's part of what my decision comes down to about the projects we take on.
Christopher Medvez, he says he can't wait for the F-14. It's so awesome.
Fun project. I think it'll be better this time now that we've done one. It'll go smoother. Won't spend 45 hours trying to make the gear work because we know what to do to make the gear work. 45 hours for that gear on yours.
And Sheldon asked, has the Apache flown yet?
No, the Apache hasn't flown. I'm not going to fly it. The owner, Jurgen, who he may come here and do some maidens on some of his aircraft that he's got here. Yeah, we'll see how that all works out. But he's actually got you guys can't see it in the camera, but he's got what is that thing up there?
Here,
The Ranger.
There you go.
The Ranger up here. What's that thing called? The Glacial aircraft, which is up there in the purple bag. And then the orange bag behind it is the Ultimatum 2.0. He's got the Roban Apache Heli, and we also have a Skymaster big F-86 coming for him as well too. So it's time for him to start coming to pick up some of his planes because they're taking up real estate. Whoa, Ward.
Well, I'm just trying to get it over to...
I know, I'm watching the delayed on the TV.
Okay.
That purple bag looks really nice.
Yes, it does. Awesome.
I wish I had a plane that had a purple bag.
And Joseph also asked, would you ever do
I
a
did.
B-36 Peacemaker?
If somebody put a kit together, yeah, I would be interested, but building one from scratch, not interested. Too much work. Well, then the downside is, like, it's not only just the work, it's the cost too. Like, for a project like that, I'm charging hourly, and if you're putting 1,000 hours into a plane, I really don't think you want to spend that much money on putting your plane together. So that's kind of what it comes down to, I think, I guess.
Okay. Captain Blasius?
Yes.
He says, hey, John, Blasius here.
How are you?
In flight from Mexico City to Barcelona.
Nice.
And the onboard Wi-Fi seems to be good. So finally, I managed to join you live for the first time. Regards to everyone.
Thank you for joining us. Are you sitting behind the pilot seat, or are you on the co-pilot seat, or are you sitting in the regular seats? I have a feeling you're actually sitting on autopilot right now. So thanks for joining us. That's super cool.
Oh, he's in the cockpit?
Yeah.
The planes fly themselves nowadays,
Sheldon says, shouldn't you be flying the plane?
That's what autopilot's for.
Yeah, that's right.
All he has to do is land it and take off.
That's true.
And nowadays you press a button that does that.
Yeah, true.
What plane is it?
The hobby guy, he
Big
says, could you exact scale model in terms of structure to be made of aluminum and titanium as exact as possible? Would it stay together, say 1/3 scale? I know, massively impractical.
It's actually so there's his name slipped me right now, but I think he's in South America somewhere. He builds all aluminum aircraft. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a PC-6.
Yeah.
He's got a
We
415.
yeah, we chat quite a bit back and forth, or we did a while ago on Messenger and stuff. But so he puts together these planes like a PC-6, like Chad was saying, all out of aluminum. So the structure, the skin, and everything's aluminum. They end up being not really any heavier than like a fiberglass model. Yeah, so it's definitely possible. Pretty cool stuff. And I've been very impressed by all the pictures and flights and everything that I've seen that he sent to me. I did ask him to build me one a few years ago, but he was too busy. So
I want to assess them.
The captain is a passenger today.
nice.
Jeremy says the B-36 would take up your whole workshop. Yeah.
Yeah. The F15 does too when it's put together. The thing's gigantic. The saving grace right now is the nose isn't bolted on, so.
And the wings and everything else.
Yeah, but as soon as you put that nose on, it's like, it's unmanageable by yourself. At least right now I can sort of flip it over myself, but. Oh, we've got a very cool stand coming for the F15 from Flyride RC. It's really cool. So Ben has been working on the stand for, and the Flyride RC stands are the 2 giveaway stands that we did over the past 2 lives. So Ben's been working on a special one for the 15 for bigger planes too. Really excited to show you guys that. It's going to be pretty stellar. So I saw some pictures of it 2 days ago, and it's in shipping right now. So.
It seemed to be making the plane so much bigger. You need different stands.
Well, and he's the way he designed it. It's designed to support a heavier aircraft as well. So it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I see another pop up there.
Yeah, it says you have shown that you do not use the rubber mounts on the servos in jets. Who do you deal with in the clearance with the screws? How do you deal with the screws? I think that's what he means. Mm-hmm. Larger screws, 3D printed washers. Oh, I think he's
good question. So I'm always usually using a screw with a larger head. I've got quite a few different options depending on the setup. So if I'm using standard RTL screws, which would be like the standard servo screws, Generally, I'll add a washer to the servo head or the screw head. On some of our bigger servos, like the servos we'll be putting in the F15 here, I'll show you the screws that we're using, or that I plan on using.
We got you guys in this picture, so yeah. And while you're digging that up, Bentley says he's excited to get a stand soon.
Yeah.
And Sheldon asks, where do you get that foam that the cat's laying on?
I'll tell you about that in a second. Okay, so I think this will show up. Where am I here? Ooh,
Yeah, right. More that way.
there.
He's meaning that thicker foam.
Right there. Right there.
Perfect. So we've got a whole bunch of different servo screws. These are all the RTL ones right here. So there's thicker ones, thinner ones. So if I'm using any of the RTL ones, I will put a washer on these guys usually. If we've got a scenario like on the F15 where we're doing larger servos, so like 599 servos, these are the screws that I'll use here. So these ones have the big pan heads. They're Allen key, and so that's generally what I'll use. These guys here, these are the JR servo screws, but you need to put a washer on those guys. So that's pretty much what I'm using. Just options depending on what the scenario is. So. For the foam question, are you talking about the big foam
under the
down there?
cat,
Yeah, so that is from Amazon. So that's actually the foam that's in the trailer for the mattress. So that's 6-inch foam. And it actually came, when I ordered it, it was like a queen size bed, I think, but it's in 3 pieces. So that's why the mattresses out there are cut in like 3 pieces, because I just basically laid them on the ground, cut the piece out of it. But that's where it came from. So it actually had a fabric thing around it, like a pre-done mattress. But that's an Amazon thing. And they weren't that expensive. I think they were about $200 each mattress. Yeah, so that's what it is. But if I wanted to get a custom piece of foam cut specifically for the trailer beds, all the pricing I got locally was $600 to $1,200 for a custom cut 6-inch piece of foam. So,
Yeah.
Amazon is the way to go.
well, yeah,
Foam
and
is very
you'll never
expensive.
notice the slits in the foam, the multiple pieces.
I didn't
So,
know it was that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, it's
Metall's pretty expensive per night now.
foam is nuts. And the hobby guy wants to know, is the builder of the aluminum plane Robert Johnson?
No, he's got it's South American type name, not a normal North American name. Hopefully that doesn't sound wrong. But. Well, I mean, it's like I think it's Carlos or something like that. So. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he
5-minute countdown, guys.
the foam looks good.
Steve a text here.
What'd you say, Ward?
He said the foam looks good. Good for lots of uses too.
Yeah, I mean, those are just all the scrap pieces, so probably keep them around for a while, but yeah,
Would
good for
create up a plane.
cutting up shapes for planes and stuff. Those big triangle pieces are the kind of valuable ones that are left, but
Maybe we should do the 1/3.5 Bronco.
crazy, hey? I wonder what that thing ends up weighing.
Aluma Spain.
Huh.
Or from Spain.
Cool.
Carlos Rangel.
Yes,
That's the name.
that's it.
The hobby guy said that.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Carlos, I did get it right.
Yeah, you're
I
South
just-
American type of guy.
I forget his last name yet. Very cool.
You have
Yeah.
to write all this down. Eh?
Yeah, if you guys have any final questions, you got 5 minutes left, and we are going to, I know, we're going to call it. back in the day, back in the good old days when we used to actually work on planes during our lives, it'd go even quicker, but too hard to work on stuff. Exactly.
Any questions, guys? Everybody seems to be falling asleep.
Got some in there going on slapping here lately.
51 people.
Upcoming projects. We're gonna get the F15 done. The SU-30 is gonna be here next week. It's supposed to be delivered on the 22nd, whatever day that is. The other Picaro 2.0 is en route. When we've got David's Picarito 2.0, and my Picaro together, we'll be finishing those guys at the same time. What else do we have en route? We've got a Rebel Classic en route. BDX is going to be en route, and all those kind of need to be done in the next 2 months. So the F14 really should be done in the next 2 months. It's going to be busy 2 months. We got an SU to finish in the next 2 months. I got to get some flying in because we haven't flown once yet in Canada this year. Mm-hmm. And your choice of clothing, both of you, really explains the reason why.
ALA?
Dressed like it's winter.
What's ALA?
Alberta's littlest airport.
Oh, okay. That's Keith is saying that. Hope to see us at the ALA.
I will do my best to make it there this year.
I'm headed to the farm next weekend. With my hanger.
Burr. Did you just look at the weather for next weekend?
I'm gonna drill the holes and
That sounds like a terrible job. I'll be busy washing my hair.
And the holiday guy wants to know, is
wash.
the weight difference, is it different in Canada versus the US
Yes.
for
Yeah.
RC planes?
So our current weight limit as of right now is 55 pounds, 25 kilograms.
Some feedback. You're a little loud in the mic. We're talking it up to you.
Yeah, he's bent over, that's why. The US weight limit now is 125 pounds under the LTMA2. Our weight limit is supposed to be going back up to 70-something pounds, 77 pounds. So basically all of our planes never exceed 77 pounds is pretty much what happens. So it's all good. When a plane like this big F-15 arrives, as soon as it crosses the border, it instantly loses a bunch of weight. So yeah. Well, there's big bladders on the side, right? Full of helium, so it never exceeds 77 pounds. So that's the way it works. Sarcasm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys. Yeah, lightning holes. That's what all the keyholes are for.
Yeah, Keith says 46 fun fly this year.
46 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
I'm doing Valley of Hope and then Montana right after.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
To the Father's Day event.
Yeah, we'll see. If the weather's good.
It's always good.
Yeah, not always.
Valley of Hope, man. It goes around.
Goes around. That's true, actually. I've witnessed that a few times. I know
Literally
it splits. Yeah, splits parts the waters.
Yep.
Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to our live number 42.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
It's a lot of lives. A lot of lives.
Yeah, a lot of lives lost.
A lot of lives saved. Don't be negative.
That's the dark side.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Lighter side of RC after dark. It's not the dark side, it's just after dark. It's not dark out anymore, though. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. There'll be lots of content uploaded to YouTube. We're already catching back up, and we've got lots of videos. The F-15 is going to progress very quickly, so I suspect we'll probably get it done. My hope is it'll be done by the end of next weekend. So we'll see how that pans out. That's going to be a lot of videos uploaded in the queue, and we've got lots of fun projects coming up. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you to our special guest and our other special guest and our other special guest. Thanks, Uncle, for coming. See you guys.
Hey, Juicy.
Have a good day. And happy Easter.